Luminex itself is a company that's based in Austin, Texas, and we are the manufacturer of instruments and reagents that are used for multiplex testing across a wide variety of life science fields, both in diagnostics and in research. My role at the company is Senior Vice President of a division called the Assay group, and I'm responsible for overseeing the development of all of our diagnostic and research assays. I think that generally speaking, we're actively looking at the possibility of acquiring important technologies, but I would say that we're also keen to acquire new products if those kind of opportunities arise. So our interests are fairly broad, and generally speaking, we would evaluate on a case-by-case basis. We have several devices approved for sale in Canada, and so we're very active in both the diagnostics market and in the research market. We have a fairly large number of instruments placed for research use as well in Canada. I think there's reasonable harmony between the studies that are required by Health Canada versus the studies that are required by FDA. So generally speaking, we do one set of studies for both, and then we make the submissions to the two jurisdictions. I think that the system works reasonably well because FDA tends to be a little bit more rigorous, I would say. We tend to focus on what the FDA's requirements are, and then Health Canada tends to fall in underneath that. One is that there's, despite FDA's best efforts, a significant lack of clarity with regards to regulatory path and what the nature of the studies would be for companion diagnostics and drugs. It's incredibly powerful technology. It has the ability to provide vast amounts of information about a person's individual genomic DNA or even, tumor DNA. So it's very powerful. It also creates a whole host of difficulties from a regulatory standpoint because it has the ability to uncover a lot of information that's poorly understood clinically. So I think the regulators will have to struggle a lot with how to regulate that particular technology, and I suspect that as a result it's going to take some time before it actually enters the market in a diagnostic sense. But the sheer power of the technology to me means that although it will probably take a while, it is very likely to get there.